Okay, great. So I've got 3 more slides here. I want to talk about YouTube. Um, so I don't put these numbers up just to disappoint anybody, but they are the actual payment that YouTube has to pay out. So anywhere from a third of a cent to 1 cent per view, they have to pay out. And it's and they pay this for more seasoned people. So if you put up a video of your dog and it's cute and 2 million people watch it and it's only the one video, you'll probably get paid closer to the third of a cent. But if you're Miley Cyrus, if you're so and so, if you're 50 Cent and you consistently get 4 million views, then you can argue for more like a penny a view, which equals 1 million views. You're getting anywhere from $3,300 to 10,000 views.
Who would you argue with?
With YouTube, because you can always pull down your stuff, right? You can say, no, I don't want to be on YouTube anymore. And if 50 Cent's not on YouTube, it's going to cause a lot of problems for YouTube. Because then somebody else, like, it might start a domino effect, right? Mm-hmm. And if Rihanna drives a lot of traffic to YouTube, like her views, she gets like 75 million views per track, right? Mm-hmm. And somewhere over 100 million views sometimes. If Rihanna gets pissed off at YouTube and says, look, I'm not posting with you guys anymore, they're going to give her the 1 cent. But if you do it with your, well, probably not more.
No,
just the 1 cent.
They won't care, right?
Well, this is all they're legally required to give you.
Anytime, any video will give 250 views.
250 views, yeah, you can go try to get your. If you set up as a partner with them, which you can do, you can go set up as a partner.
Only if you set up as a partner.
So you set up as only if you set up as a partner, so they know who to pay. So you set up as a partner, which is everyone's doing now with their new. That's a good point actually. Mm-hmm. With YouTube, most times when you set up, they'll say, "Hey, do you want to go into a partnership with us?" And the first thing they'll do is start putting an ad on your video, because you can choose whether to have an ad on your video or not. And so you choose to have an ad on your video. Right? Yeah, you choose to have an ad on your video. You've gone into partnership with the people who are running that ad, and YouTube, and they'll pay you separately from the ad as well. Mm-hmm. They'll say, okay, well, if you get 250,000, so you're not only getting this money that we owe you from just playing your video publicly, but we'll also give you the money from the ad revenue. We'll also give you a portion of that.
The ad people tell.
The ad people who are in with YouTube, because you won't be in a direct partnership with the ad people. The ad people buy YouTube space.
Okay.
They buy YouTube space.
Is there any non-benefits for
to having an ad?
No, to having a partnership with YouTube?
No, it's just you look like a corporate sellout. So,
but no one knows. How do you know?
But nobody knows, right? So everybody, you wouldn't think Alicia Keys would do it, but then you do, because she's the face of BlackBerry now, right? Yeah. And so, if you really don't want to get into it with a corporation, then you don't do it.
There's nothing wrong with it, right? Getting money off of
no, you're getting money. You're getting money.
Yeah,
but the thing is with YouTube, is they only pay out once you've made $100 in a month period. So you have to. So to make $100 at 33 cents, you'd have to get something like 10,000 views in a month period, and it's actually 30,000 views if it's like 3 things. So 30,000 views in a month, which is quite a bit. If you don't hit that, they just hold on to your money until you hit 30,000 views in a month.
In the next month. So
because it costs them too much to send out a check.
Yeah.
So they'll never send you a check for 40 cents.
Yeah.
They want to start it at $100.
And every month it starts fresh?
Every month it starts fresh. Or every period. It might be 40 days, but I'm pretty sure it's a month. And they say you have to make so much, you have to get so many views in a month, and then we'll send you your $100 check. But anything less than that, you just try to get it from us if you'd like.
How many views do you have to get for $100?
So basically, what I was saying is, she was mentioning 250 views. Like, do you get paid for 250 views, right? Which would be $2.50, something like that. And if it was at a penny, yeah, and they'd never send you a check for that because their threshold is $100. So you have to hit their minimum of $100 for any given pay period, and then they'll send you the $100 check or more, whatever they owe you. But if you make less than that, then they're like, oh, it's not worth it for us to send out the check, and so we'll just hang on to it for you, and you might never get it, or you might have to argue us for it. But our corporate policy is we don't send it out. So if you want to come get it from us, come. We won't give you our phone number. We won't give you our email address. And if you really want to sue us over this $75 that we owe you, go right ahead. But like, it's going to cost you more than that to sue Google and sue YouTube, right? So the thing that you were mentioning earlier about the internet keeping track of your views and your plays, they do that. There is, for most sites like SoundCloud and most sites like MySpace, they do owe you a fraction of a penny per play. But again, it's usually this threshold that you have to meet. So you get 100 or you get 30,000 views in a month, then they owe you $100, and it's made sense for them. But anything less than that, you just go try to find MySpace for the $60 they owe you, or for the $6 they owe you. It's just lost money at that point. It just disappears. So as I was talking before about publishing, it's mostly the publishing and the copyright that drives that little bit of money, because we argued for it as a publishing association to say, hey, look, you're playing our music in public on YouTube. I know that only one person's watching it, but you owe us for that one person watching it times 1,000,000, times 100,000. You owe us. And they're like, okay, they fought and they fought and they fought, and they said, we'll agree on this, on 1/3 of a cent. And you got to come get it from us. And that's just the big bad Google, big bad YouTube saying, look, you want us, don't you? You want to be part of social media? You have to have YouTube, so this is what we're paying you for it. And so that's the royalty that the YouTube owns. So I always see YouTube as more as a tool than as a payment system for driving traffic to the big things that you need. You need people to come to your shows, and you need people to buy your albums. And you need people to like you enough to get your music into film and TV. That is that, and so when you play on Dexter, they're gonna have to pay you the big bucks for that. So
and you link it to your iTunes, right? Or your
well, you
CD.
link on every YouTube page. You're gonna have even on the Miley Cyrus twerk. Let's see this.
I actually have to get going. I have a meeting at 7.
Okay.
But you guys can.
I have to go wrap down. So that
Okay. Let me wrap up quickly because I only got one more slide. But yeah, even on the Miley Cyrus twerk, it's got a link to buy WAP official version on iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
So it will all be. This is part of linking everything together. This is part of linking everything together. So let me wrap up quickly for you guys.